Hi you beauties, my name's Leanne Walwork from Movement and Massage. I'm a sports massage therapist and I am a Pilates instructor in the Bolton Bury area. Hope you're okay today. Today I'm going to talk about pelvic placement. So we're going through all the Pilates basic principles. The first basic principle was breathing. So we'll tie that in with this one. So the pelvic placement, as described in the post, your pelvis is your key to everything. It's your translation down, it's your translation up. And if your pelvis is in slightly the wrong position, that can affect the chain going through your body. So to get your neutral pelvis, I'd like you to place your hands onto the top of your pelvis. So your pelvis can do a little bit of a tilt. So I want you to just be aware of if you're in a neutral pelvis that way, so there's not one side tilting up more than the other. And then there's another plane as well where we take the heels of the hands onto the bony parts here, and then your index finger onto your pubic bone. We do a slight rock, so we want to try and get everything on the same flat plane with your pubic bone and these bony parts here. So just take some time. It's like a little bit of a tilt rocking motion, and we'll get this as well while we're lying down. It's great to get a neutral pelvis all in all different angles, positions. Okay, so you've kind of settled into a neutral, like a mid position there. And from there, just relax your arms down. So once you're happy with that, just relax your arms down by your side. So we want to try and stabilise our muscles now around this neutral pelvis. So we've got a corset muscle, which is called transverse abdominis. It's a long word, so I just say TA muscle, and I describe it as a corset muscle or a weight belt muscle for the lads. So once we've got that, breathe in, breathe out, and we want to try and get this corset muscle, weight belt muscle to activate. And it's almost like you're tightening everything up around this area. So you can place your hands around here. So the muscle runs along the top of your pelvis and then around the front. So you should feel it slightly activate all the way around. And then breathe in to release. So breathe out, find it, and like brace it up. So it's like you're tightening up, almost like a vacuum. So everything's kind of sucking in this way, including your ribs as well. And then breathe in to release. Breath out, find your corset. Breathe in to release. It's handy to know as well that this muscle always kicks in when you cough or you sneeze. So it's to stop everything. It's just supporting your body basically. So we know what that muscle is. Then we'd like to activate the pelvic floor because that's all your stabilising muscles as well around the pelvis. Pelvic floor runs front to back, hammock. Stop yourself from weighing, stop yourself from, and then feel like you're activating those at the same time and feel the activation coming in through the middle of your body and lifting up through the chain. So through the middle and lifting up like a vacuum. So now we've got those two, we try and get them and activate them together. So breathe in, breathe out, activate through corset and pelvic floor. Breathe in to release. Breathe out, activate through corset, pelvic floor, and then breathe in to release. A really good position to do this in is laying down because you haven't got the gravity to kind of push you down. But it is a really good one to do stood so that we can be face to face and you can see what's happening. So in a laying down position, I like to use the block in between the knees, feet hip distance apart, so that takes you into that guided feet hip distance apart. Come down. Getting you neutral. So as we did stood, rocking forward and back, starting off in a big movement and then going smaller, settling in the middle so you know that's flat. You rest your perfect drink on top of your pelvis, so that might be a brew or a nice Prosecco girl. Roll your shoulders back and down into the V, and then practice your 3D breath. On the breath out, activate your TA and your pelvic floor. Breathe in, and then breathe out. Find those muscles. Breathe in to release, and then breathe out. Find those muscles. And to just do a bit of a squeeze through the knees with the ball or block. Breath in to release, breath out. Find that activation. And notice that we're not trying to activate any of your hip flexors or your glutes. It's just in the midsection of your body. Hope that helps. Give me some feedback in the thread below, and happy moving.